All right, so we're on page 21 now, and if you're just joining, this is SC Ayala, and the book is called Lovesick, and we're on a journey to explore the backstory to most of these poems that have been written in the book, and I'm just sharing some insight on what basically inspired them or transpired during the writing process. So without further ado, tonight it is called You're All I Think About. So here we go. You're all I think about. As I drive, as I'm on the freeway, you'll cross my mind. Sometimes a song on the radio or just quiet time puts you in my thoughts once again inside my mind. During work, in the midst of a busy rush, thoughts of you come into play. Thoughts of you when we were an us. Seems more and more, no matter how hard I try, and no matter what I do. You. One thing is for certain, my feelings haven't changed. Without a doubt, you're all I think about. So that was on page 21. And again, it's called You're All I Think About. So, as I was talking about in the last episode, in between, there's a lot of you time, that you don't know exactly what to do with. And even after a breakup, a separation, a divorce, a loss, you might be driving and, that person might cross your mind, or you might replay something. A song comes on the radio, and it's, like Tony Braxton, and takes you back to a place in time where you were with that person and you can't help but think about them, and sometimes it takes you to a good place. Sometimes it takes you to that bad place. Sometimes it just plays and there's nothing that you can do about it because it's just kind of how we're wired. And oftentimes music has an effect on you like that. I can hear certain songs that'll take me to the exact time and place of my own life where I'm either thinking about my dad, my mom and dad, my siblings, something we were doing, whether it was a family barbecue or a birthday party. Music can take you back there. And a lot of times when I'm reading things or I'm writing about something, I'll think of a song and it'll automatically trigger that emotion, that thought, that feeling about that person or the people that I was with during that time. And so often, when I'm writing, there's usually music playing. And, when I was writing this, it was genuinely a song that had came on the radio as I was driving, and it brought up a certain person. And this one wasn't really about, per se the marriage or anything like that. This was well after. And, as we grow and again, a divorce, a separation, a breakup, or just a casual, we dated and then we didn't date and, we're still friends, but, we knew from early on in the relationship that there wasn't going to be a relationship. We were better off friends. This felt more like, oh, this is my friend, not a potential, husband or, whatnot, serious relationship. And when you're thinking about someone, and a lot of times people think that after a breakup, the next person that comes into your life is rebound, or, oh, it's just filling a void, or you're just trying to, fill something that's not there. And, a lot of times we self-sabotage. rather than just giving that person, a fair shot at, this could be my next person. This could be that person. Because the person I was with before, obviously it wasn't my person. I thought it was, but it wasn't. And a lot of people go, oh man, you're just out there, you're just dating too much. Or, I don't know anyone who really goes into a relationship going, oh man, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to go date 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more people. But I do know people that go, I'm going to give it one more shot. I've done the work. I've taken time for me. I have plenty of friends who have been single for a very long time after being in a marriage and saying, you know what, I need time for me. And they've done that. And then they met someone and it's all giddy and they're happy and things are going on, and now they're driving down that road and they get those thoughts and those feelings, and they start feeling that, man, this feels good. I forgot this is what it felt like. And a lot of people will argue and say, oh, that's just the honeymoon phase. But is it? Or is it possibly that we, again, self-sabotage? Oh, well, it can't be love. It can't be this. Well, why can't it be? Who says you only can love one person in this lifetime? You might find the person who maybe loves you just a little bit more. And in the next relationship, maybe you love that person a little bit more. But with each friendship, relationship, I hate to say it, situationship, you learned something and you grew from it. And that's what you were supposed to take from it. No one person can say they knew exactly what they were doing when they did it. I'm going to get probably a lot of backlash for people like that, because they're going to say, well, I know plenty of people who do a lot of bad things and they knew exactly what they were doing. Okay, yeah, granted, there are those that you can say that about, but do we really know when we're going into a new relationship or a new friendship or a situationship? Do we really know what we're doing? Do we really know what to expect? Or are we all just trying to figure it out day by day? Date by date for some. I really believe that if you don't take the time to learn you can't be right for anybody else. You have to know you well enough to know what it is you want and don't want. And when you know this, you'll go into a new friendship, a new situation, a new relationship. You'll go back into that dating pool to where you won't be wasting your time first and foremost, but you won't be wasting anyone else's, because you'll know right away, this feels good. This doesn't feel good. I don't want to talk to this person anymore. Great person, just not my person. And you'll be able to assess those things early on rather than going, well, maybe this can turn into something else. Maybe I should just open the doors a little bit and, be less picky about, what I want. And, if we all just could be 100% honest within ourselves, then we'd be better off for the person that we're actually talking to or trying to talk to or engage in any type of relationship, whether it be business, whether it be romantic. You have to know what it is that you want going in. And a lot of times I really feel like we don't. And then we expect the other person to know. And that's not fair to them. I like the feeling of driving down the freeway and thinking, wow, you just popped into my head again. And I wonder what he's doing. I wonder how his day went. I wonder how her day was. I wonder how her day went. You know, either or. It's a good feeling when you can actually say, I was driving and minding my own business and listening to something on the radio, or just like I said, minding my own business, and all of a sudden that thought comes into your head, that feeling, and then when you think about them, you get that ooh-wee, like, I wonder what they're doing right now. That's a good feeling. And a lot of times I believe we cheat ourselves out of just kind of being in that moment, because we'll start to talk ourselves out. Oh, well, he's probably not thinking about me, or she's not thinking about me. You know, I'm probably in over my head anyway. It's probably out of my league. They're probably super busy and they don't want nothing. You know, I'll just wait till they text me or call me or whatnot. And I think a lot of times we cheat ourselves and we talk ourselves out of good feelings. And, you know, we're so worried about red flags, you know, and yes, that's good to be aware, but it's also being aware of the green flags, you know, the ones that say, yeah, go for it. And this poem was kind of that feeling, you know, I was thinking about something else, and it was like, boom, it had just hit me. And it was like, wow. You know, I'm still thinking about this person. And maybe I didn't give that person enough time, because again, a lot of times we self-sabotage what could have been a good relationship simply because we decided that no, this isn't going to work for whatever the reason might have been, you know, not good timing. I'm too busy at work. I'm too busy with the family. You know, I got too much going on. You know, it's not fair. I can only see this person on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And, you know, we start making decisions for the other person, and it's not fair, because that person might have been willing to wait until your situation changed to where maybe you have more time to spend. Maybe they're too busy. Maybe they have that busy schedule that you do, because, you know, maybe they're single fathering or single mothering, you know, and they understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, you know. But when you're with each other, you can't help but be giddy and open and vulnerable, and it feels good. So, yeah, you're all I think about. That's the backstory. Again, this is SC Ayala, and the book is called Lovesick, Pages of a Poetic Heart. And that was page 21. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you on the next episode.